could come
Let's
out.
go, Bang. Match
But
point.
Mechanics,
Satu
man.
untuk Onyx, satu
Mechanics
untuk
game.
LPH.
Still gonna be
Kita
mechanics.
lihat
Yeah.
If you're Carl
ESS
TZ,
atau
you
Lancero di
wouldn't
sini yang
want
menang.
to lose a
Seluruh
mechanics
para
game
2
against
game
King
terakhir.
Kong.
Ini dia,
Saw each other in
game
week
ketiga,
one.
Bang, ya.
Onyx Philippines
Let's
swept
go,
Team
let's
Liquid
go, let's
Philippines.
go, let's
But
go.
after that game 2 win from Onyx,
Seluruh
might
para
just see
bos.
something different here in game 3.
Mereka pakai
Look at the
map yang
midfield though, look at the
berlubang-lubang
Farsa,
di
how
sini.
they rotate.
King Kongnya
It's going to be
diganggu
up to
oleh
Team Liquid Philippines to
Gaiti.
match that. If they're not going to match it, they're going to have to go for counter juggling and disruption elsewhere. Oh, okay. King Kong
Did he
with the
actually go for?
retribution.
Oh yeah, he actually went in for the retribution
Di
there.
retri.
He had to use it. There was a risk that maybe JP could have stolen it away.
yep. So Carl TZ definitely will be taking this. He just used his retribution now. Surprisingly, Super Prince and Brusco are able to really deal with this. I mean, this is what you wouldn't expect from a Matilda Farsa, no less from a Matilda
Oh.
Farsa in the mid.
Ouch.
But
Oh, have taken a lot in
Yeah.
lane.
Parah
Kelra is
ohebnya, Bang.
just dictating the tempo here in the gold lane trading. Regen already popped off there by Oheb.
And this is something that I did expect. I would expect that the
Top
Harith would
King
win a
Kongnya,
lot
Bang.
Yeah,
early
that-
game, especially if he
Gila,
lands those synchro visions. But it seems that Kelra's mastery on this Bruno and the choice of emblem as well allows him to sustain and outposition Oheb in the lane right now. But let's wait for those team fights later on. It seems that we are setting up for the next big objective in this Broken Walls. Once again, we have seen back-to-back Broken Walls games here for
Yeah.
TLPH and Onyx. And it seems that Sanji still looking for that level 4, same as Super Prince.
yeah, again, no level 4s coming in just yet. As even for the EXP, or especially
Papernya
for the
sudah
EXP
dicoret oleh
laners,
King
so I
Kong.
feel like that could have been a fight earlier on. Now we most likely will be seeing one take place, especially as the turtle is already up.
Look at the level gap between JP and Brusco. JP is lagging behind in terms of the EXP.
Yeah, he's not at level 4 just yet.
Dilepas
Brusco,
kayak.
oh, goes in, but gets down to half HP.
Oh,
Venom
wow.
Airstrike already committed, but King Kong still gets the objective,
Carl?
but at the expense of Kirk. And that kill will go into the hands of Carl. Kelra
Satu
too,
untuk
somehow joining the
turtle.
fight here in the mid lane,
Wow.
but they'll stop here.
First blood for TLPH and the turtle for Onyx. Who wins that trade?
Yeah, pretty even there, honestly, with how Team Liquid Philippines were still able to walk away with the kill, punishing the deep dive that Kirk needed to do there to make sure that they had the space. It depends if we can see a bigger win elsewhere for Team Liquid Philippines, considering they get the kill to get more kills, but at this point that time has passed, the window has closed, and now let's look at the items. Good disruption by Sanford!
Oh wait, he's denying that easy
Ouch.
take on the orange buff from King Kong. Also forced out the retribution,
Yeah.
but yeah, King Kong's
steal.
able to get away safe.
And the regen as well.
Yeah, really good steal there. Now
Yeah,
you're
Bill.
slowing down the farm of the YSS. Of course, since the YSS was the one who was able to get the first kill, that was a good counter jungle rotation
Mas
by King
merah.
Kong. At that point, you're looking to see what resources you can take from the opposing jungler. They understood that the timing was off for Carl TZ to get his orange buff. King Kong decided to steal it instead.
Kelranya sekarang yang
And
dia
now
apa?
we are entering the 3-minute mark where Oheb seems to be the next target here for
Dikasih banyak.
Onyx Philippines. Big
Mid
upcoming
lane juga.
rotation, but it seems that TLPH
Gold lane
are
na.
well aware that they are about to go in that vicinity. Nice block from Sanji and the gang, and it seems that the gold lane duel will continue as a 1v1 unless Carl TZ has different ideas. And look at Oheb.
Yeah, there's the 1v1. Worldy already used as well. And there's a separate skirmish happening in the mid lane too,
Angkat
right
strike dan
before
untuk Carl
the
TZ.
next objective spawns. But
King Kongnya
Oheb's
masih
pretty
menuju barat.
low.
Yeah.
We'll have to be careful with this.
He took in like 3 extra hits from that worldie
Yeah.
After Kelra threw it next to the minions. And now with that river speed up, everybody's been converging on that next turtle. The first turtle was handed over to the Onyx Philippines squad, but TLPH were able to get that first blood. Wonder how this turtle fight would come in next.
Yeah, it's going to be a full 5v5. It looks like both teams are going to be
Langsung
sending their
dari
gold
warai.
laners unless Kelra decides to go back down. He does. It's
He
going to be
does.
Oheb who joins the rest of Team Liquid 5v4. But that forces Kelra to go back to the turtle.
But there's still King Kong. There's still a potential steal from King Kong.
Dapat
And there
King
you
Kong
have
lagi
it. A
loh.
phantom execution into the steal.
Gede.
Oh, Sanford gets to immune the AOG. And they're still trying to fight back. JP in the
Ajay.
middle of everything. Sanji flickering in just to look for a
Ini
target.
sakitnya
But
tuh, King Kong.
He picks up a kill. JP. Kirk might still go for this. Carl TZ has to be careful. Gets stunned!
Carl.
And there goes Kirk for the chase. Carl TZ, but he doesn't get away!
And the fight continues here.
Jam
Sanford
jam
takes
bang.
a bit of damage coming in from Kirk. Brave Spider used, but he's not going to flicker in. But looks like another orange buff will be stolen away here by King Kong. Thorn rolls out, baby. And he's able to take that buff.
Yeah, the final hit of the Raging Slash actually just brought the orange buff really low, quick enough for King Kong to use the Thorned Rose. Kelra is taking control of this fight, but you have to shout out Super Prince, the Monster Mage.
Oh, Sanford's
Meledak.
The beast for a
10
reason.
kill, boss.
just try to avoid the Thorned Rose, but not even standing right in front of King Kong will do you any good because his basic attacks deal so much damage already, and this is going to be a turret that will go into the hands of Kelra.
The King Kong on fire here. The Beast finds one once again, and now a 2.3k gold lead starting to build up for Onyx Philippines as they go for the invade. And it seems that Super Prince will be the one taking the purple buff as Carl TZ tries to steal away the Onyx side purple buff. Is able to take it and stay alive in doing so.
Yeah. So far,
Waduh,
they have
waduh,
to
waduh,
be
waduh.
a bit more patient,
Kurang
I'd
iconic,
say, for Team Liquid Philippines. But it's not like they're the ones starting things off, too.
Yeah.
It's just that Onyx Philippines, they're not letting them rest at all, fully knowing that right now is the time that they should really be playing this aggressively. And just as I mentioned it, Carl TZ nearly fell to the feathered airstrike. They're just not letting up.
Yup, and they're looking for Kirk here. It's a 3v3 down the river, but Kirk is low on HP, able to go out with a guiding wind, and it seems that Sanji will just be giving out that suspicion as the last turtle of the game spawns, but I feel like they're not going to fight for it anymore. If
Sanji.
none of them touches, and that's the Worldy, burnt as well, but the Crimson Beacon will be used for the side of TLPH as the turtle is started here by Onyx.
Yeah, luckily Sanji got to reposition there. Another feathered airstrike from Super Prince. It's just causing so much problems for Team Liquid.
Yeah, every time Liquid rotates to the
Maiwan
center,
mereka
Prince
ini.
is just there to shut it down. Now Carl
Terkepung
TZ
udah Carl
3v1.
TZ.
How can you do this?
3v1, and the Circuit
Can't.
Eagle Mountain Shocker only landing on Super Prince, and he won't even get to take a single kill out of that.
Caught between three Sonics, and the gold couldn't do anything. And the gold lead balloons up to 3.6k, and the buffs, I feel like, will be stolen, considering that 10 seconds is a long time for Carl.
All right, the lead between the Bruno and the Harith, 1,500 and plus.
Gee.
That isn't just because Onyx have been dominating
Gede.
the map. Oh wait,
Gede.
oh, that's
Mati dong.
no,
Dia
not like
cekak, Bang.
that. What a play!
No, the Dark Wave, the Flicker. It did happen right under the turret, all onto Oheb. No one from Team Liquid Philippines was able to react.
That was just so off-tempo coming in from Kirk. You wouldn't really expect him to
Yeah.
expend his flicker just for one kill. But then again, you pin it as just one kill. No, it's a kill on Oheb, who's already down by 1.5k.
Yeah, this is looking like a
Dark Wave.
very tough
Stun.
situation. Another feathered airstrike
Get the stun.
and
Ini
the Infernal
masuk.
Pursuits
Terlalu
from
dalam
Kirk,
ya.
but he might get punished here. But there you have it. TLPH finally get to pick up a trade.
Yeah, that looked like a miscom there. It doesn't look like Onyx were completely in the same page of fighting alongside Kirk, as Super Prince was able to get the burst off there onto Sanji, so Kirk decided to commit the Infernal Pursuit, jump on him, but Liquid were ready to respond, while Onyx were not ready to fight. So as we look at the items, revisiting the two
Ini dia,
gold laners,
equipmentnya.
massive, getting close now to 2,000 is the gold
Jadi
lane of
ada
Kelra,
bookmarknya.
hovering around that. Feather of Heaven and just a Starlium, while Kelra's already on the way to potentially a
Cinco.
Malefic Gun.
Yeah,
Tebal
that's
kali.
the complete power spike for the Bruno right now. And as you remember, the moment that Bruno gets that Malefic gun, it's going to be a lot of pain here for the side of TLPH. But nice dodge
Side
coming in from Sanji.
Okay. My goodness.
Didn't even burn the flicker.
Yeah.
By the way, he had the flicker.
He just trusted in his ability to sidestep his way through, even with the Wings by Wings already committed by Super Prince in an attempt to actually take him down. That looked really dangerous there for Sanji, but he's still in this game. But currently, Onyx are in control of the Lord Pit.
Good control over the Lord Pit. Half HP on this Lord. It seems that TLPH will be conceding this Lord out. And that's going to be a
Okay.
Lord secured by Kelra.
Dikepungan.
And as they go in for the fight, they
Uy,
find one. They find
dihajar.
Carl.
They
Ke
change
dalam.
targets. They're looking for Carl.
Gede.
Feathered Airstrike lands
Gede.
and the Dark Wave makes it
Gede.
right in time to allow for the Feathered Airstrikes to connect. And He
Prince-nya
finds a triple.
diajak
It's
transport.
only 40 left
Udah dong.
alone.
And it's the Apex Predator turned into prey. And that's going to be a wipeout for Onyx
Langsung
Philippines.
They have
A
minions.
4-man Dark Wave from Kirk.
Bruce go with the knockup as well, and this could be it.
They won't even wait for the Lord to join anymore. Oheb
Nggak
and
bisa,
Conti
nggak
to
bisa,
get to
nggak bisa.
respond. The Mountain Shocker makes it just in time, and they buy enough time for now.
The death timers were a bit too short there. That would have been a win for Onyx Philippines, but
Goyang
TLPH
itu.
saved by the bell, allowed to defend once again. But JP might just be in trouble. Half HP here. King Kong finds him, but King Kong looks for Carl. Feathered airstrike lands on one, and they're going to be able to escape that entire fight as they try to melt down the Lord down bottom lane.
AOG used just to get away, but that
Okay,
was able
bersih.
to distract Onyx Philippines well enough, so they were able to work on the Lord that was able to get into the base down bottom. They will be losing all their holy shields too, however. Can't believe it's just been 11 minutes in this game,
Di
and
8
Onyx with an
detik,
8k gold
8K.
lead. They definitely might have an opening here.
All 5
Sembilan
members
dulu.
of Onyx are on point right now. They are fulfilling their responsibilities with every sequence perfectly. Super Prince with the zone out and applying the artillery damage. Kirk being another frontliner alongside Brusco, helping him, and both of them helping each other set things up. Well, just wait for King Kong to dash around and damage. Kelra staying alive. Slow, fundamental, a precise
To death,
execution
to
by
death.
Onyx is putting Team Liquid Philippines apart.
Now they're able to take down the top lane base turret as well. JP going in, but just jumping away with the AOG. Onyx knows that he no longer has his
9.000,
ultimate, but
bergantung lah.
TLPH are still holding on to this mid lane base turret. They're not letting go of it.
Nggak bisa
They're
sih.
trying to defend it as much as they can. And Onyx Philippines will now retreat.
They respected it. They knew that TLPH had enough damage to defend that mid lane, but looks like they're gonna play it safe for the upcoming Lord of the game. That will be the second Lord, and it seems that because of that extremely long Lord push, we're just gonna have to wait for 20 seconds.
Yeah, Malefic Gun and Windtalk are all ready for Kelra. So look at that. It's almost a crit a hit. So Sanford decides to build up the blade armor. And I
Perlu
think that
detik
should be
untuk
another one as well. So 2 blade armors in
Lord
succession, if I'm not
Gold
mistaken.
leadersnya
We're gonna
King
have to
Kong
double
mah
check
dengan 10.000
items.
gold.
No, it's just the one on Sanford. So no way in hell Team Liquid Philippines would want to contest this Lord, because if they mess up the
Terlalu bersinar di
contention,
sini
they lose the
lanceratnya.
game. So you see them just playing back, and they will wait for the defense. This is going to be an
Terpaksa
incredibly tough
dilepas, Bang.
defense, though. As
8.000 gold
Onyx
itu.
are stacked up, they have the items, they have everything they need to win in the
Apakah
next
mungkin
Lord
di sini
Siege.
Onyx-nya
Lightning Truncheon as well,
Blunder.
picked up here by Super Prince, which means that you can't be the first target
Kayaknya
of
tidak
that feathered
mungkin, Bang, ya.
airstrike, or else you might just drop half on your HP. So a lot of positioning advantage here for the side of Onyx Philippines, and meanwhile for TLPH, as you said, Renmar, it's going to be a really hard defense here for the Cavalry. The last time that these boys met, it was a massive win for Onyx Philippines, and even if it was a sweep back then, and this is a Game 3, Onyx Philippines is looking for the same result. They want to maintain that #2 spot in our Infinite standings.
Yep. All members complete, but the first target will be this base turret. They go and back off for
NK.
now because there are bigger problems
Dia
to
ada
deal with,
9.000
and
gold.
that will first mainly be the Lord, but Onyx will not
Jeder,
wait. They
mati
immediately
dong.
take out OM. First, it is a double kill for
King Kong
Kelra.
yang mau
Sanji
tekan di
tries to
belakang.
deal with King Kong, but there's not much he can do. Kelra picking up a maniac
kill,
before
Bang.
eventually
2-1,
closing out
Bang,
this
ya.
game. And
Di
Onyx
game
Philippines in their
di
second
pertemuan
meeting
pertama 2-0
once
ini
again
2-1.
win against